Arts. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the RavenzCraft Arts Interviews project. Today, we get to have an interview with a very cool and inspiring promoter and YouTube channel creator, the Accidental Poet. I first discovered the Accidental Poet on YouTube about a year ago, and I started listening to the music he provided on his channel and was absolutely blown away. Very different from the mainstream music, and he has a variety of different artists on his channel. From hip-hop beats to smooth ambient sounds, I'm sure there's something on this channel that you'll like. They really know how to capture everyday emotions and include it into their work. It really opens you up to what the rest of the world has to offer and what the world is expressing. I had no idea this channel existed, so once I found it, I was going back to it for many days in a row. And the more I watched this channel, the more I realized how good this wide variety of content that this channel offers. It's like they have a music video for every emotion or thought that you're having that day. And not only that, you're opening yourself to the art and the music from around the world. It's important, I think, to be aware of the music and the art that's being created daily, because sometimes you won't even know about it. There can be these amazing things out in the world and you have no clue about them. So I think this channel is really one of the ways to get you to be more aware of creative music and art, and maybe it will inspire you to create something of your own. I really am a fan and a supporter of organizations and channels like this that help out upcoming artists, because that's what it's all about, promoting and helping them in the start, because everybody started as an amateur. All the great legends started as an amateur, so you never know. Anyway, without further ado, here's the interview. Alright, so first off, I just want to thank and welcome you to the RavenzCraft Arts Interviews project.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
So I just wanted to ask you first a little bit about where you're from and kind of how you got started with your music business.
Well, I am from the I'm from the Detroit area originally. Right now I reside in Southeast Michigan. YouTube is something that I had been on as a platform since about 2006, but it was mostly just me uploading slideshow videos and stuff like that. And if anybody found my first channel, I'd almost be embarrassed that they did. But right around 2010, there was a handful of music channels that kind of started uploading music. And it wasn't even music promotion at that point. It was like, I want to have a place where I can put music that I want to listen to. And at the start of it, I kind of reached out to a few people within that community, and we kind of had gotten together. And as it started growing, I was really only about 2,000-3,000 subscribers till about 2012. And then I had people start contacting me and said, hey, would you mind putting my music on your channel? Well, absolutely. And I've been kind of a huge champion of SoundCloud and of Bandcamp, the whole pay what you want model. Huge fan of Bandcamp. I've kind of discovered so many really talented producers on Bandcamp and also through SoundCloud. So really, in the last year, is when my channel really took off. I was really only around 30,000 subscribers at the start of the year. and I'm inching closer and closer to 100,000 right now.
Yeah, I see that. I noticed that the other day, and I plan to help you get to that 100,000 mark. So you kind of answered my question with, using YouTube and all that. I was going to ask you, how you started, like how did you get your stuff shown to a mass crowd of people? Because, I mean, I'm barely pushing 100 something subscribers, and I've worked pretty hard, and it almost feels like you're forcing it to people sometimes, and you don't want to do that. But when you got something good, it's like you got to share it.
Oh, absolutely. I for one, and you're probably the same, is you hate spam, right? You hate people spamming the hell out of you in on your Facebook page or on Twitter. Really, what I have, my advice, and there's a couple of smaller channels that I've taken under my wing. What I told them, and this is something that I practiced when I started out, was there was about, I don't know, maybe a dozen or so platforms that I wanted to promote my video on. So whether it was like subreddit or like a future garage forum, Twitter, I would set an arbitrary number that, all right, I'm going to promote this video until it gets 500 views, and I won't upload anything else until I get those views on that video, and then I'll start my next project. And as you get more views, really engagement is the key, because YouTube, anybody can start a channel, anybody can go on and basically share what they want. But if you don't have the engagement, I'd rather have 100 engaged fans than 100,000 people and only have 100 engaged fans. So really, it was more of me really kind of testing myself to go on these various platforms, whether it was forums or subreddits or Twitter or Facebook. I've actually started a VK page, which is kind of like Facebook for Russia, if you're familiar with it. I have, and the thing is the subscribers, followers on each of those networks is, there's some of the people that follow me on all of them, but their audience is different on all of them. So if I can just say, all right, here's a video that these people might like, here's a video that these people might like, because my taste in music is I have a wide variety of things that I like. And so, I just kind of share things as, what I think the audience might like on each of them. But yeah, I mean, really, setting that arbitrary number, whether it's 500 views, 1,000 views, how many likes, really, focus on the promotion end of it. And if you have an audience that, enjoys that type of music, then, of course you're going to gather a following, but it's the promotion end of it that is the most important part, without spamming. But obviously you want to be persistent, but you don't want to be spamming the shit out of everybody all the time.
Yeah, that's actually some good advice, because as I'm growing with my website and stuff, I'm dealing with more and more companies, and it's like, I feel like I should put an ad out for each company every day, but that would become a lot of spam, a lot of stuff to be sharing every day. So I think your advice about kind of focusing on one thing and sharing it on one platform, that's pretty good advice.
Right. Yeah, there's not everything that I upload ends up on my Facebook fan page. Not everything I upload will end up on Twitter. Not everything I upload will end up on, Google Plus if you use it, or VK or Twitter or anything like that. I really, it's one of those things that, if you're out there, you're a YouTuber. I don't, you don't want to be there. I guess there's something that, for me personally, if you're like ubiquitous like that, if it seems like spam, then I just, in my brain, I just instantly shut off. So just reaching out to the artists, and building a rapport with the artists is very important, because then they come to you with the content, and that's very important as well for me.
Talking about artists, I was going to ask you, has you know, your company or business led you to meet some inspirational people in your life? Like, have you met some people that you've wanted to meet through this company?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Music in general. I mean, it's I've gotten a chance to be acquaintances with people halfway around the globe. Excuse me. Got a very huge following in Poland for some reason. I uploaded a couple of Polish producers, and there's something about Poland and Poles in general that they love things that are Polish. They're very proud of the things that are the art that comes out of that country. And right now, like if I go check my views, half of them are from Poland. Yeah, Poland and Romania is about the same. But that was kind of the producers that were sending me music, or that I reached out to them. They happened to be Polish. They had huge followings in those two countries. Poland and Romania are very proud of the art that comes out of their country.
Yeah, and I'd have to say there's a lot of good stuff. I've been following your channel and like Slave, and there's a few more that they have some amazing stuff, and it's like, wow, I can't believe that's hidden out there. And that's why I like what you do. You know, you provide opportunities and you promote people that need to be seen. You know, so that's kind of what I do with my website. And I was going to kind of talk to you about, you know, collaborating or maybe sharing some of your music or whatever in future events or projects.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I also produce, but I've actually kept that separate from my music promotion channel, just because I didn't want any conflict of interest. And actually, I wouldn't even put a lot of the music that I've released on par with some of the stuff that I post on my channel. But yeah, absolutely. There is I sent you a folder last night. There's
Yep, I actually listened to some of that, and yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I released I curated a compilation back in October. That was the 5-year anniversary of my channel. So I ended up reaching out to a bunch of artists that were, particularly, they're very important in my rise this year on YouTube, and they all basically sent me a tune, put it together, and released it on Bandcamp. And it's done pretty well. I think I got about I'm over about 2,000 downloads on Bandcamp right now for it, so I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, I'm always checking for new stuff, and you got a lot of variety of new stuff. So I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, because it's getting out there, and I want to help you get it out there. So I mean, do you have anything new or upcoming that you're planning or we can be watching for?
Obviously, I'm gonna just kind of keep chugging along. I never thought that I would get to 100,000 subscribers, and I'm kind of hungry for it now. Like I really want that now. I'm really looking for. I think my channel, especially at the end of the year, I kept on kind of reaching out to the same people, and just kind of looking, a little bit further, deeper into SoundCloud, a little bit deeper into Bandcamp like I used to, and really finding that the little guy. I really do pride myself that, a lot of people have kind of discovered some of the music on my channel, and a lot of these people didn't really have a large following. Some of them may have only had maybe 100 or 200 followers on SoundCloud, and you upload a couple of videos from them, and all of a sudden they have 2,000 or 3,000 followers on SoundCloud. That's very gratifying. That's basically me trying to getting back to what the core of my channel was. The principle was, let's give a platform to people that don't normally, they don't get heard. Just reaching out to them, hey, can I put your song up? Any purchase links or anything like that, anything that I can help you sell this song, But I think my audience would enjoy it. That it's that kind of model.
Right, that's another thing I was going to bring up. If I were to find, an artist, on my side of the internet or anything, and I kind of presented them to you, would you consider maybe working with them or, putting them on your channel if they, what you were looking for?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I probably get about a dozen or so submissions a day. Some of them are, some of them are good, some of them are not very good. Uh, but if anybody asks for a critique or something like that, I try to be as honest as possible. But I don't want to, I don't want to crush anybody's dreams here.
Yeah.
I'm not the hugest channel, but I will at least give it a listen and give my honest opinion. But yeah, I mean, if I'm always looking for new music, I'm always looking for something else, to share with my audience. I always am.
So I wanted to ask you, do you have any like favorites or any people that you're following closely right now, or that what you're listening to on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, absolutely. I noticed. I went to your YouTube channel. You follow Fingers on My Hand, FOMH.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're really good too.
Oh, he of the channels in my my area of YouTube. He's one of the best. Really nice guy. We actually we haven't talked in a bit, but we've remained quite close as far as YouTube channels can be, and I really love the music he posts, the aesthetic of his photos, and with the way that he does his photos now, where he has a little bit of video just to kind of give context to the photos. I really love what he's doing now. Couple other channels, Nightmares and 808s. It's uploads a lot of witch house and dark wave music. Really, that's kind of opened up a new avenue as far as artists that I follow. Beach Dreams, another great channel. I don't think he gets as much respect as he deserves. I mean, he's got a lot of great music on his channel. Wave Vision out of France. He posts a lot of future garage music, a lot of darker house music. Really enjoy his channel. There's a couple of other newer channels that have kind of really started getting into royal bass music. They upload a lot of more kind of aggressive bass music, as well as Giant Angry Robot. Giant Angry Robot is a very good channel. He has really awesome After Effects visuals that he does to the beat of the music. Really like that channel as well.
Yeah, it seems like they know how to just like capture an emotion in the moment and replay it. It's amazing how they create their videos and visuals. I agree with you. They got some talent out there, and I really like what you're doing. And I mean, do you kind of produce some of your own too, or is it all, you're just supporting others?
I do. But my thing is I try to keep it separate from my channel. I don't want any conflict of interest,
Right.
But to get on back on the previous point is especially like when I have not uploaded a song that I very much loved until I could either find the perfect picture to put behind it, or I could make something up in Photoshop for it. I think the video backgrounds are very important, especially to my channel, because if you're listening to a song and you're staring at a screen, you're like, oh, this, it's intertwined. It creates the perfect mood for listening to that that particular song.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard work putting pictures to the right sound. Like I kind of agree with just maybe one or two pictures, because adding all those pictures like mine, it takes a long time and it's hard work if you don't have the right equipment.
Oh, absolutely. What are you editing with?
Oh man, I just got basic movie maker and using Skype.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, like I got basic equipment and I'm looking to just improve, to create more. So I'm working with what I got here. But I've had some pretty big people, do interviews and get involved with this. So I'm happy you got involved with this, and I just, I want to help promote your channel and get you to that 100,000 subscribers. I just wanted to make contact with you and kind of learn a little bit more. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. I hope you can kind of see my messages through everybody, and we can kind of work something in the future, because I got a lot planned.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And again, if now that there's a path of communication between both of us, if there's an artist that you think that would kind of match the vibe of my channel, then absolutely bring it my way.
Yeah, I do have a few people in mind, so I'll be in touch, and I just want to thank you again for what you do. You're doing good things, so keep doing it. We're going to get you promoted and get you to that 100,000, so I just want to say thank you again, and I'll be in touch.
All right, thank you.
All right, take it easy. Just wanted to say thanks again to the Accidental Poet for getting involved in this project. What he's doing with his channel is a very good thing. I am going to play a couple songs off his channel that I really like. If you like this music, go check out his channel, subscribe, share. I encourage you all to keep creating and keep having the confidence to push it to the next level. And like I always say, stay on the positive path.